All right. So my name is Brian. I've been with Pecatonica for 14 years. We're going to take probably the most of the next hour to walk through the system. We're going to start with the registering of a unit so everyone can see the process, the simplicity of that, and then we'll roll into the council level, show you the various informational pieces, modules, reports, things like that. And then I'll speak a little bit towards the district level as well. We just won't log in as a district level user. So this is being recorded. I started as soon as I joined, so I started probably 10 minutes ago. So there may be some space at the beginning when if anybody looks at this after the meeting. So, all right. So I am going to share my screen here. So when you hit prpopcorn.com, there's a My Account in the top right-hand corner. We're going to click on that. As a unit, all of your units are going to hit this Create Unit Profile button, and they're going to need to know a council key. The council key that they need to know, because without it, they can't choose a district, unit type, or a unit number. They need that 3060 OTC. So I'll send that to you, Curtis. So that'll be in like this, the registration guide or the leader's guide for the units. But then they just click through and choose information. So we're going to choose Frontier, and you're going to see that these cascading drop downs update based on the information that we're entering. Of the troops, we're going to choose 376. We're going to create a username, troop 376.
Everybody, if they're not.
Once they enter that information in there and hit next, they're asked two bits of information. What is their sales participation for the sale? So show and sell and or take order. We could also ask if they are going to participate in the online sale. So they're going to make a choice, one or both. And then whatever the commission commitment it turns out, or whatever you want me to ask, they're going to answer a yes or a no here and click submit. Once they do that, they're going to get an on-screen confirmation saying they're committed to the popcorn sale for fall 2021. If there's additional pieces of information, Curtis, I'll work with you on this, that you want to ask them, additional points of contact, unit goals, number of scouts selling, so on and so forth. There's additional data points that we can ask them when they log in. So once they do that, they're forced back into the login screen. If we were to log in as them, who did I register as? 376. So once a unit successfully logs in, they are ushered into their unit dashboard. So the important dates, which again, we will update. This is just placeholders based off of the information that I've gotten so far. Council contact information, phone number, things like that. The prior season comparisons. So I have historical information in the system from, I think, 18, 19, and 20. But it's just going to tell them the overall retail dollars of whether it's show and sell, take order, or online against their current season. So as a unit, when they hit their dashboard, they can place an order, manage their order, sign up scouts. But we're going to start up in the top hand right hand and click unit user. So this is where they can change a profile or edit their profile, change a password, things like that. So that's important to note for any council level user that doesn't like the password I gave you, or the district level user that you want to update that information. But when the time comes for your units to place an order, they're going to click new order from the dashboard. They won't have show and sell at the same time as take order, but for this example, this is where these order types will drop down. They choose the order type and they say, where am I going to pick up my popcorn? So we're going to choose Coach Light RV Sales and we're going to hit submit. We're brought into the order form. This will match the order of your printed material. So after training, I will purge all this data so that we don't make a mistake and not update the order of this information just in case it should change. But for show and sell, obviously we're ordering in cases. So if I'm going to drag you off to the side here. So as we enter our quantities off to the right-hand side, you'll see that it's calculating everything into containers. So for all of our products, $25 and less in this instance come 8 to a case. The other 3 items come 1 to a case. So as you click through these, you're going to see, you know, if a unit says, I really wanted 12 of those or 6 containers, they're going to see that it's 48 containers that they're actually ordering, just to call out that they're ordering in cases. They're going to have a total retail value, and they can enter anything in terms of notes that they want to pass on to the council, and then hit the button at the bottom of the page. They're going to get an order ID confirmation on the screen. They'll get an email confirmation as well, letting them know, and then they can go back to their dashboard. So as they place these orders, they are able to update any information in there up until the day that it's approved by the council. As soon as it's let me back up, either by the district or the council. As soon as it is approved by the next body above them, so a district approving a unit or a council approving a district or a unit, you lock out that lower level person from doing any changes to that order. When it comes time to place our orders, I will have a conversation with you know, Curtis or whoever, and we'll make sure everything, you know, if I see any information that is, you know, I'll call out certain things, but an order does not get placed with Pecatonica on behalf of the council until we have a conversation. So just in case there's something crazy in there. So as a unit, I can click on my manage orders button. I can come in, I can add an order from here. By design, I can only have 1 show and sell and 1 take order in here. But I could click on the details, go in and update my quantities if I'd like. If I go back to my dashboard, I go into Scout Seller IDs. This is where I will sign up my scouts as a unit leader for an online ID. And it's Pierre Popcorn. And as soon as I do that, the system randomly assigns me a seller ID, and I will receive an email with the instructions on how to access the app that I will use to share this through social media, text, Twitter, email, whatever. So after that is done, a unit kernel is essentially done with online. There's no more governance or anything that a kernel needs to do with online. They can come in and mark scouts inactive if that should change during a particular year. These seller IDs that are assigned by the system are good as long as that scout is in that unit. If that scout moves to a different unit, they should be assigned a new seller ID, just so the historical information for any online sales for that scout while they were in that unit stay with that unit. So that's the extent of the of signing a scout up. As we get further into the season, there will be a button over to the right-hand side here, and that's how we'll enter in scouts into the winner circle. So any scout that sells $2,500 in increments of 2,500 will get their choice of a prize. So we'll go over that when the time comes. But we have a button on here to download a worksheet tool. So this is just an Excel document that Pecatonica put together, but it's just your product mix. It allows your units who want to tabulate their order outside of the system can do that. It has the product in the same order as it is on the screen. I'm going to share that screen. So it just has all your products on there, and then they can list everything out by scout. It'll give them the total take order amount. So this will be a validation to what they're entering into the system. They can choose the prize selections or list the prize selections that those scouts have chosen off to the right-hand side. And then they can account for any inventory on hand as well, so that they're only ordering for take order. They're offsetting it for any leftover show and sell products. So this is something that we have done for councils, for units. If you as a council have something that you have put together, we can definitely do that and load that and attach that to that button for your units. The kernel tracker hot button here, this will be done April 26th, but this will take a user to download the app to manage their unit level inventory. A unit, once they've downloaded that app, could live in the app, or they could live in solely in the website, or they can do a hybrid. So basically the information that's entered in terms of orders through one way or another flows to the other way. So it all matches, all the data matches. Kernel tracker will allow units to check out product to scouts, so they can see who has the product, what do the scouts owe them, what is their unit level inventory, all of that sort of thing. It'll also allow a unit kernel to list what show and sell booth sales or site sales they have, and the shifts that are available for those dates and locations, and that information flows into the MyPR Popcorn app, and that's at the scout level. So the parent can sign their scouts up for the various shifts at these site sales, and it'll flow up into the kernel. So that is, there's not a whole lot that the idea is to get a unit into the system, place their order, and out of the system. We don't want people spending hours and hours in the website. Because Curtis did supply historical information, we can click the sales season button, and we have information that looks like back to 2018. So if I was to click, I don't know if this particular unit had any orders back, so I did. So in 19, I had a show and sell order of $700 and a take order of like $825. So as we look and try to educate the units on how much they should order, at least we have a baseline in terms of retail dollars to go up against. When I click into the details, I'm not going to find that I sold 8 buckets and 3 containers, and I just have a total retail value. But again, this will help identify at the district level, unit level, and council level any trends. The scouts, just another way to get into the scout list and view or sign up scouts for the online seller ID. We have reports. We can print our own pick tickets. We can view our online invoices. So in the system, we can see who bought from our respective scouts, when did they buy, how much did they buy. This information will also populate at the scout level in their app. So each scout will be able to see who is buying from them, so on and so forth. So again, that information is just filtered down to the scout level, depending on what scout is looking at it. Remaining balance report. If I click on this is going to, it's pretty much an all-inclusive report. It's going to tell me at the unit level, what my commission is, how much, what my sales are, if I made any payments to the council, so on and so forth. And then I have for the sake of training, entered in some, a no prize and prize, and entered a base commission of 30%. So when I signed up under no prizes. So it's telling me, yes, I'm getting assigned whatever that commission level would be, 2% or 5%, whatever it is. But it's going to give me a running total of the commissions that are available to me and the ones that have been assigned to me. So there's no question of did I get credit for, I don't know if you give them credit for attending a training or paying on time or something like that. So they'd be able to see that breakout. Under the files link, this is where once your flyer is approved, we will upload the images that we use to create that flyer. So we will take it from the take to work tent. So it'll have the image, it'll have the name and the description and the selling price, so that if any unit wanted to do, like their own custom flyer or a, loaded into Square or something like that to give an online storefront, they could use the images that we're using in terms of the printed material so that it's consistent. So that is it from a unit standpoint. So we're going to get into a council, because that's where the meat is at. So as a council, again, we hit our dashboard. We just have more functionality with it. So as a council, I can look at fall 2020. Here's my sales. There's no council cost in here for last year, but as we start to build this, moving forward through the various order types, you can see that breakdown on your dashboard here. The important dates, they flow through to the unit level, the district level. It's just that the council level users can edit or delete these. Once these dates pass, they drop off, so you're only looking at the most current information. And then again, you have your council level user button up here that you can change your password if you don't like what I assigned. So kind of going through these hot buttons, and then we'll get into the sales seasons, what you can view there, and then the historical reports. As we go through each one of these, just be aware that if you're a district level user, your visibility will be filtered down by the district. So, and then, whether or not you are given the rights to post payments or place orders on behalf of your units, things like that, that will dictate what buttons you see on your dashboard. So